I, Dr. S.R. Pal of Zoology Department, Jamshedpur Women's College, going to discussing on the topics deamination, which is in UG 2 semester 4 syllabus under metabolic process of biochemistry. Deamination. This is a step, a process under protein metabolism. In protein metabolism, two steps takes place. One is transamination and another is the deamination. Transamination matlab transfer of the amino group, the amino acid, from one molecule to another. And in deamination, there is removal of amino group. Removal of amino group from the amino acid as ammonia. And this is done by the enzyme deaminase. And this ammonia used in the formation of urea during urea cycle, which is excreted out. So deamination is the removal of amino group from the amino acid as ammonia by enzyme deaminase. Here the carbon skeleton of the amino acid, from where the amino group will be removed, the carbon skeleton of the amino acid is converted into keto acid. This process is very quite common in DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, to produce point mutation, gene mutation, such as cytosine converts into uracil, adenine converts into hypoxanthine. This happened, and due to that, when cytosine will be converted by into uracil and adenine into hypoxanthine, that will cause point mutation in DNA, and such event is going on. The deamination process is of two types. One is oxidative deamination and another is the non-oxidative deamination. Here removal in oxidative deamination, removal of amino group takes place with oxidation, and here amino group removed without oxidation. The first of all will come in oxidative deamination, which means liberation of free ammonia from amino group of amino acid completed with oxidation, which takes place in liver and kidney to liberate ammonia for urea synthesis. The removal of ammonia, free ammonia, is used in the synthesis of urea, and this takes place where? In liver and kidney. So this comes from the free amino group of the amino acid. For example, that is L-glutamic acid. With the help of glutamic dehydrogenase enzyme, it first of all produce alpha aminoglutamic acid, and later that converts into alpha ketoglutaric acid with the liberation of ammonia, and this ammonia tends to urea cycle to produce urea for our excretion. So L-glutamic acid under DTase, first of all middle compound aminoglutamic acid produced, which later converted into alpha ketoglutaric acid, and at that time NAD reduced into NADH and H+. Next example, this one, alpha amino acid, L amino acid, which with the help of L amino acid oxidase forms the iminophore. Iminophore then after undergoes hydrolysis to ammonia towards the production of alpha keto acid. So here the middle compound is obtaining, that is iminophore, which later gives alpha keto acid through hydrolysis of ammonia. Here one thing we have to represent, we have to look here, FMN converted into FMN H2. I mean, in this reaction, oxygen is reduced to hydrogen peroxide, which later decomposed by catalyzed enzyme into water and oxygen. Here I have given one note. In this reaction, oxygen is reduced to hydrogen peroxide, which later decomposed by catalyzed enzyme. So here will come the fate of D amino acid. What is actually happening? You see that D amino acid is converting into alpha keto acid, and this alpha keto acid forms alpha amino acid and glucose fat synthesis through the liberation of energy. That means this D amino acid is forming on alpha keto acid, which diverted into the production of alpha amino acid and liberate energy for the synthesis of glucose and fat. This alpha keto acid tends to form alpha amino acid by the process of transamination, where alpha amino acid is forming alpha keto acid. Now we will come in non-oxidative deamination. We have already discussed the oxidative deamination. Now the second deamination step is the non-oxidative deamination, which means removal of amino group without oxidation. Without oxidation. For example, this is actually found in hydroxyl amino acid. Hydroxyl amino acid such as serine, threonine, cysteine, histidine. What happened here? Now you see that is serine. CH2OH, C, NH2, COOH, that is serine. With the help of serine dehydratase, here I have written S means here serine. Serine dehydratase enzyme undergoes removal of hydroxyl group, form one middle form, imino form, which later hydrolyzes into ammonia with the help of same serine dehydratase enzyme, and it produces what? Pyruvic acid. That means here imino group is reducing on without oxidation. That's why it is known as non-oxidative deamination. So serine giving iminophore and later giving pyruvic acid. Similarly, threonine, another hydroxy amino acid, with the help of threonine dehydratase enzyme undergoes hydrolysis, and later this produce ammonia for urea cycle towards the production of alpha keto butyric acid. In case of L-cysteine actually sulfur containing amino acid. So first of all it removes H2S in place of water, and later it is hydrolysis into ammonia for urea cycle with the help of cysteine desulfhydrase cysteine desulfidase towards the production of the pyruvic acid. Another is the histidine. With the help of the enzyme histidase, produce uricamate. So these examples are non-oxidative deamination. These examples are oxidative deamination. So we will come to conclude that deamination is the removal of amino acid, and it takes place in two steps, that are oxidative deamination, non-oxidative deamination. This representation is under oxidative deamination, and this representation under non-oxidative deamination. And this process is essential in protein metabolism, because till the amino group will not be removed from the amino acid, ammonia is not producing, and when ammonia will not produce, there is no question of the urea formation. So when the amino group will deaminate, that will produce ammonia. This toxic matter ammonia in liver or kidney used in the synthesis of urea through urea cycle. Understand?